Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Smitty Sebastian Kirk,
This is Misha C.
and we're going to talk about family. Now, what we mean, family can be in so many different forms, and Misha's going to read a few things.
So, family means different. It has a different meaning for different people. So, what I'm going to say is, family means to me, it's a word of security. Normally, in your when you think of your family, you feel secure with them. It also is. It's a very important word. And those people that you consider family are very important in your life. So your family members can be blood relatives, immediate blood relatives, such as your mother, your father, sister, brother, of course, cousins, aunts, uncles, but also grandparents,
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
grandparents. But also it could mean other type family members that you can marry
Extended.
into.
Yeah.
Yes, the family. So your step
In-laws.
parents, your in-laws, and then on another note, it can be your friends can be family because a lot of times, of course, as we all know, friends sometimes are you're closer to them than your actual blood relatives, and you choose your friends. You cannot choose your family members, and that's a difficult thing because a lot of times family members don't get along and they don't try as hard as you would try your relationship with your friends. So we're just going to touch upon a couple of different things about family.
Right.
It's going to be a little bit of a short show today, but we will definitely talk more at a later date.
Yeah, I mean, because family mean to me is someone that you identify with, someone that you're very close with, someone who has your back, you have their back, someone who you feel very comfortable and protected around. Family should not be there to shut you down, tear you apart, to make you feel less than who you are. Now, I know a lot of times in family, there is jealousy because people are jealous of each other for whatever reason, and I think that's terrible. It's so much that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I don't need my family having a problem with me because I'm doing this. Because if I'm a good person, I'm going to try to help my family out anyway, which I do. But the thing is, there's a lot of family members, regardless of what, they just have it in for you. And I think it's terrible just to have that bad blood like that. You know, to me, I just think it's a hot mess.
What I think is really a shame, or like especially, I'm gonna just say from my point of view in my family, is that as children, and I don't have a big family, but as kids, I was closer, and you're closer. Years ago, there were people in the family, like grandparents, that made sure that your family stayed close.
They were the rock, and they were the root of the family,
And
right?
I can
for
say,
the tree.
like, for me, Al and I both, our mothers are gone. Well, and his dad's gone. But my mother was one that. Sorry.
Yours too.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, my mother was one that kept our family, with having family functions, and made sure I was able to see my cousins, and because I don't have any brothers and sisters, I am an only child, so I didn't have a whole lot of family. So I used my cousins, even. I was my mom married again, and so I called my dad, and I have his family. But as we've gotten older, we don't see each other as much. We're not as close. We don't even talk to each other on a regular basis. Not that we have an issue with each other, but where did that family bond go?
Right,
where is it?
right. Why do the elders in the families the one that have to keep the I guess the stitch together for the family? Because I have an aunt who has seven children. She was the one who, to me, kept everything together. I guess because she had the most children out of all her siblings. Because she came from a sibling of 8 with my mother. So I guess she always had like the barbecues for the 4th of July's and different holidays. She's the one who ever kept. I'm talking about Peggy's mom. She the one kept everything together, which we all bonded. That's how I know all my cousins.
Yes.
I know the first, second, third. Now the fourth one's a little different because now here they popping up, and I didn't even know that she was pregnant. So I don't know all of them like that. I kind of see it, don't see. But for the majority, but overall, I do know the first, second, and third like nothing. It's very easy, but. I don't know what happened. Like now, since all my mother came from a family of 8. It's only one left now. That's my uncle in Florida. And us as cousins, we don't keep it the bond like we used to. I mean, our nuclear families we do, but far as a whole, we're not doing it. we're not. I don't know what happened because I used to just look back and I was very proud of my family, which I still am. How close and tight we are, and we're still close. But I just hate the getting together during funerals and weddings.
That's what happens is that
I
you
hate
only
that.
on
Now we did have two
You did have
family
family
reunions,
reunions.
and we're going to have another one.
But
you
as
know,
far as like regularly getting together, how it used to be, where it's not happening. And I know definitely in my family, and what I do have to take responsibility for some, that I need to probably reach out to people and see, if we can get together. But I do want to also say I think that we have to get along better and not have this animosity, or maybe if something happened years ago, you might not even remember what
Right.
happened. We have to let that go, because as you can see in our community, in the Black community, there's so much turmoil. Like, it's from the shootings, it's from black on black crime,
Right.
of course, still
Overdoses,
young people,
drugs.
overdoses. That's ridiculous. This heroin
my God,
epidemic, but also
did
it
you
is
remember?
really Did
did you see them in the car with the baby in the
it's
back?
horrible, yes, and
Oh
all
my
the things,
God.
and then with still with young women, when young people still having children, and I just think that we need to educate our own, but also amongst ourselves, we need to unite. And really, as we are family, so we definitely need to be more united and love each other, and not have this jealousy because one person has more than the other, or you think that they're doing better, and maybe you think that they are withholding something. And
or they should help you, but you're not helping yourself.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you're not going to bring my whole family down because of your mishaps and your shortcomings. And that's not fair. My main thing is that if Trump get into office, and I'm be very straight up and honest, we ain't got no choice but to band together. Because he's going to divide and seek and destroy. You know what I'm saying? So
this is what I want to say to everybody who says, well, I'm not going to vote because if I don't vote, he won't get in. If you don't vote,
that's like voting for him.
Yes, that honestly is. You have to really think about it. We may not like either one of. I mean, there's some people who do not like them, but we have to think who's the better of the two. That's going to be better for the country. And
right.
We all know Trump does not like us.
Right, he doesn't.
He can try to now try to pretend, go to a black church all he wants.
Oh, I just saw him with the.
Please.
I saw him with a banner says "Women for Trump." Now he was just talking all this stuff about women, about abortions and what they should be done. And
he can try and change that to get more votes. And those people who are now flip flopping back over
wait a
to
minute,
his side,
but I just saw the polls just a few seconds ago. I think it's like 7% black for him and 41% for Hillary. So he still
has some of us.
That 7% need to come down to zero. He need no black votes, and I'm being very honest. Republican or not, no black votes.
We know that he's against us. He's not for black people at all. He's not for minorities. And that's exactly
minorities.
What we are a minority, and it's not just us, but we need to really try to stick together and definitely vote against Trump. But we have to vote. So
yeah, you have to vote.
Please, if you're not registered.
Because I even heard my
register
godson, well, he told his mom that I'm not going to vote, I'm not getting involved. But again, I'm like, drag his butt to the polls.
Well, you could have done that years ago. Not
now.
You have to be involved.
We
have to be responsible.
Right.
We are the ones that are responsible for our own futures. And if we don't vote, they are the wrong people are going to be in office, and that's going to be detrimental to us. So
it sure is.
Please vote.
Okay,
So
because I will definitely vote before work, and I mean without a doubt, I'm not even. That's not even hands down on that. Every time I go to the store, did you vote? God damn it, yes, I did. Stop asking me. Somebody sent me a pen, said I already registered to vote, and I know where the polls is, so you can stop asking me. Do I need to vote? Shit.
They're trying to make sure
But damn. I mean, every time I go to the store, and I think it's great because they're all for Hillary. Mm-hmm. But my main thing is like every time, like today, I just went to the store. This one lady, she was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, first when I pulled up, she stared at me. I'm like, "What the hell she want?" So when I look, I'm like, "Yes." So I get out the car. She's like, "How you doing?" I said, "Fine." She's like, "Can I get 30 seconds of your time?" And I'm looking at, I saw her T-shirt about voting and stuff. I said, "Look, I already voted. I'm registered. I know my address is correct. I'm good." So she was like, "Well, do you know the polls you're supposed to go to?" "Yes, I know. It's the church down the street. I know exactly where it is. Could you leave me the hell alone. I'm just trying to get some cheese sticks. That's all.
She's just trying to make sure. Let that woman talk. Let her have 30 seconds.
Well,
Okay?
I wasn't rude. I wasn't rude at all. I just said, I just told her, like, okay, I'm good. She said, okay. I said, I will vote. I'm voting for Hillary. I'm not voting for damn Trump.
Ooh, please don't. But anyway, back
could you imagine me? Okay, let's go back to family because we're going back.
So, well, I want to just really say for me, and it's a touchy subject. It can be a little sad, but for me, I feel I'm in a good place. So my mother passed away December 29th of 2014. And she was definitely the rock of my family. I have a very small family. So, at times, of course, I still get emotional. Good today. But I can't say that when I look back, my mother was a strong woman. She spoke her mind, never bit her tongue. At times, I thought it was a little too harsh. But now I know just her ways and how she was and how she really did. She loved her family. She loved me, my children, her grandchildren, even her, my dad's family.
Right.
She always brought us together. He would have parties to make sure that we all were included.
Right.
And now I am truly missing those times because she made us all feel like we were special. We were, we were part of a unit. And I just wish that I had that part of her in me, and hopefully.
But you do. You do. So now you just do it.
I really want to, and I was thinking about
like
just
Thanksgiving or something because that's what I plan on doing. Because again, my mom is not here. Her siblings are gone except for my uncle. That we all did dinners and stuff together. So it needs somebody to step up and do it. Now my cousin supposedly, well, no, not supposedly. Actually, he is. My cousin is doing a Christmas dinner for the family. So I think that's going to start an annual thing, which is great.
Good.
Yeah, because my cousins from Atlanta, they're all coming up, and everything. So I think that's wonderful. But that's what we need. I mean, but it can start with you because you have. You got 4 children.
I do.
You love
and 5 grandchildren.
You love.
So, that's the thing. Between me and my oldest daughter, we definitely need to get this and make sure that it keeps going.
Right.
I just really, really, really appreciate where I probably didn't tell my mother enough or show it enough. Appreciate how strong she was and how she really, truly showed her family what we meant to her. And I just want for anyone out there that you please just think about it. We're all that we have. We can't count on anyone but really our families. If you consider friends family, but we have to stick together and just try to get along. Leave all the BS behind. Anything that happened way in the past, just let it go. Don't hold on to it. It's
you should be fighting family members. Because I have heard of sisters fighting sisters, brothers fighting brothers, aunts fighting nieces, nephews fighting uncles. I think that is crazy. Now, I have had some of that in my family. Not all of that, but some of it I think is a disgrace to me. And maybe because it's so young in age, like close. From the from the aunt to the niece, and that's why it's the bumping heads and stuff. But me, all my aunts and stuff was a lot older than me, so I never disrespect them. I never even really cussed around them.
Yep, that respect.
I had total respect for them.
And see, the younger generation, and I know I've taught my kids, and I would be livid and probably have to rip somebody's head off if I ever heard them speaking to their elders. At least I haven't heard it.
Well, I'll tell you about your oldest daughter. I give her the praise because she gives you total respect. And, even like we've been friends and stuff, she's still calling me, Mr. Al, and I'm like, we've been friends all you ain't gotta call me that.
And honestly, he's supposed to be our goddad, so now he's goddad.
Yeah, goddad. That's not goddad.
Because I've known him before I even had her. But yes, my children have never disrespected me. I do demand that. I'm the sweetest, nicest person.
Or your friends are not. No. Like all of your kids have been very respectful.
They are very respectful. My youngest is very quiet, but he's never been disrespectful though, and they better they're not. And that's the thing where I demand that my children are respectful to the elders and especially anyone that I'm really close to. They will never disrespect. But also, it starts at home, and this is I think a problem. If you have your children, if your children disrespect you in any way, they of course are not going to have respect for anyone else because it starts at home with your parents, with their parents, with you.
Right.
So you should definitely, anyone out there listening or have anyone in their family, make sure that you're teaching these young
to respect, right? To respect elders, respect older people.
Because that's where they get into. If they don't have respect at home, that's where you get into not having respect for authority at all.
Right. And then also I want to have to mention the elders that are teaching the young ones. You have to set an example. You cannot be coming with that ratchetness. You cannot be coming like, you black mother, stuff, get down. Then what you expect the child is going to be.
Going to not be the same way. They are picking up all of that and learning from you. You can say, do as I say and not as I do.
But they're going to do as you do.
You can say that all you want, but you are an example.
You have to set an example. So when you're out there cussing and when you're out there in the bars, you're out there doing this and your child is seeing you doing all this and you're not doing it in a discreet way. So when your child starts doing it, don't look all surprised like, well, I told them, I showed them. No, what you're showing them is exactly what you're showing them. You can tell a child 1,001 things. If they don't see it, they're not going to believe it. Trust me on that because I'm a prime example of that. Certain stuff my parents told me, yeah, I hear you, but I see something different, so I'm going to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just think family should be for each other, not against each other. I think you should just listen to one another. Now, I do know that we do have favorites in the family, because I know I do. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I have favorite cousins that I deal with, and other ones that, not saying that I have a problem with them, I just don't interact with them on a day-to-day basis. But there are some that I constantly deal with, but those are my ones that I think that should be right there for me. But I got to remember that they have their own family, and they're going to look out for theirs first before the cousin. And that's the problem I have. I'm always thinking that since we're close, that you're automatically going to include me in that. But I've been so wrong. They have shown me so wrong.
What I found too, and in talking to people who have are expertise in certain areas, which is family or like relationships, you cannot stop expecting for someone else to treat you as you treat them or feel the same way you feel. They have their own thoughts and feelings, and you have your own. You can either deal with it and be who you are and let them be who they are, but you can't change it no matter how much you want to. You can't do it. So instead of getting upset, if you are the one that reaches out, if you're the one that's constantly making it known that you are thinking about them, if that bothers you, then maybe you need to pull back. But don't try to change that person. They are who they are, and it may not feel good, but you can't make them.
That is true. I learned the hard way on that. I have learned the hard way on that, and I learned that everybody's not going to treat me the same way I treat them. Just because I think of you and your time in need, and I'm like, you know what? You didn't even have to tell me you're going through that. I'm just automatically like, what's up, so-and-so? Let me reach out to them, not do that. So when I go through my time in need, I just automatically think that you're going to kick in like that. Guess what? Surprise, you didn't. I had to do it myself. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had some people along the way when I was going through my stuff. But a lot of times I did not, because a lot of times the people in my family thought, oh, you're a grown man. You can do this by yourself. You know how to do this, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes can you check on the mug just to find out what the hell he is going through instead of just automatically thinking he's okay. Because I have one cousin said, well, no news is good news. Well, God damn it, But
that's not always true, because sometimes
that's not
true. I mean, they're in their own, having their own issues. They can't they're not thinking to reach out to people. They're going through things. You really do have to reach out, and don't always think no news is good news.
But I have, I'm just talking about when I went through my stuff, and and I love my family, but I was just kind of taken back when I was going through my ordeal, and I just thought they would just automatically kick in, and they didn't. But that's okay. But I turned out to be still good. I'm still kicking in. I have no animosity towards them or anything. I'm still going to help them out, whatever one. But I'm very cautious now. I know now at certain times if something happened, oh well. But
yes. We live and we learn.
Yeah,
and we have to just honestly, as when things happen. I know you're upset initially, but we have to get over it. If hanging on to those hurtful or being those feelings of being mad and angry, it only hurts you because that person is going on with their lives. They're not even thinking about it. So just try your best to let those issues and feelings go.
Yeah, this is just some of our point of views. Again, like us, describe to us, and also if you want, you can email us at the skshow@gmail.com for comments, or you want us to talk about different topics. But we're gonna go ahead and close this out. I do want to mention I have two friends' birthdays today. One is DCD. Her birthday today is September 21st. So today's her birthday. And we have Nidra. So it's her birthday.
Happy birthday to
Now, if you notice, there's
Nidra.
no music in the background because we decided to do it a little bit different this time. But we're going to have music.
Yes.
Because we're supposed to play your mom's CD.
Yes.
And we didn't.
We will.
So we will. So
Definitely.
we'll have that next time. So once again, my name is Smitty Sebastian Kirk.
And I'm Misha C.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm Smitty Sebastian Kirk, always in the works.
I'm Misha C. And I'm all about me.
Almost forgot our taglines. So for that note, we do say good night, and you have a good day.
Good night.
Did it stop? Didn't stop.
Yes.